Hey y'all, it's Erin, and I have this video for you today that is a little bit different. It's a celebration of what I'm calling my Artistiversary, because I'm so ridiculous. But and I'm celebrating that I have been an artist for 10 years. And I'll get to where how I got that date in a minute. This is a voiceover because when I originally filmed this, I got really rambly, and you just don't need to hear all that. So I cut a lot of it out. And what I'm showing you on my desk right now are just some pieces that I am working on at the moment, like in the past week or two. And I'm really excited about them. And there's a couple more I want to show you. So because I'm doing this as a voiceover, I'm sorry, it's gonna maybe be just one take, and I might have a lot of ums in here, but overall, I promise you, I'm cutting out a lot of stuff. These pieces are, like this one that I'm showing you right now it needs a lot of work. The other one was almost finished. And so what I've got here is the project that, for me, started it all. This little notebook called You Are What You Eat. So 10 years ago, I was about 6 months away from being 30 years old. May 2nd is my half birthday, and November 2nd is my birthday. And I was thinking a lot about that, just aging, and I was going through a lot of transition. I had lived out of the country for 3 years. I had lived in Jerusalem for 3 years, and I'd moved back home to Atlanta, and I felt really just out of place, and I didn't know what I was doing, and there was just a lot of stuff I was working through at the time. And so I felt really inspired to start this new project where I drew everything I ate for 6 months. So my plan was that I would at the same time work on my drawing skills and also be very mindful about what I ate. Now, the mindfulness part did not really work out the way I thought it would, because it's way more fun to draw junk food than it is to draw healthy food. Healthy food just kind of turns out looking like just mush on a plate or in a bowl when you draw it this tiny. I love to draw Coke cans and Starbucks coffee cups. Those are really fun. So I think it kind of inspired me to eat less healthy. I don't know. But basically, I did not do this for 6 months. I did it for 6 weeks, more or less. And though I did not complete the project as I originally set out to, I feel accomplish a lot through it. And it set me off on a journey that I'm still on. And so that is why I'm sharing this to you today. So there's a lot in this project that is really interesting for me to see right now. For me, it feels like ages ago that I did this. This was pre-Instagram. This was before the 100-day project. This is just way before I knew of people doing projects like this. There might have been a few running around that I don't know, that I noticed in blogs and stuff. I don't know, but it just wasn't a big thing like it is today. And so this was a truly organic idea that I had, and it was a big deal for me to set off on this, put my all into it. And the reason that I date my artist anniversary on May 2nd is because this project really did change me from someone who just played around with making art. I wouldn't even call it art. I would make creative projects and kind of, I don't know, ask if they were maybe artwork. I was very insecure, and I didn't know, I just didn't have the confidence to call myself an artist. what I'm showing you when I'm pointing to things is that I still see, like, it's kind of funny because I think I've developed in a lot of ways as an artist over these 10 years, but there's still some things that are very true to me and my style. I still draw in the same, like, wonky way, and I love that. I don't ever want to change that. There are some style elements in here that I don't use anymore, and I've grown out of them, but there's a lot of stuff in here that it looks like I could have done it last week. And I think that's really cool because at this time in my life, I did not have an artistic style. I didn't know myself as an artist. And so this is like the very beginnings, and I'm saying this for people who don't have what they would consider an artistic style, like you're unsure about it. I think that if you just do it, like if you really just get started and make art, then it'll come, like it'll be there because it's your hand doing stuff. And even if you're inspired by other people, as long as you're not just like straight up copying them and calling it your own work, it's gonna come out. Like, just let your personality show and keep doing stuff. And the more art you make, the more you'll see that you'll have themes running throughout your work that are just yours. They're just the way you do things. And I think that's really neat. So this project, it changed the way I thought about myself a lot, like through conversations that I had with people. I would carry this around with me and just, like, you know, going out to eat with friends or whatever, going to parties, and I would talk about this. I would have it oftentimes just like trying to get little sketches down in the moment when we were eating or whatever, but I would share it with people. And I had some really good conversations that were encouraging, like so encouraging to me. Like, people had really positive responses and thought that the idea was really neat. And I think those conversations that I had, and like specifically the people, like I remember 3 guys in my life at the time who spoke into me, like encouraging me during this time, that really changed things for me. I don't know. I guess ever since that time, I have thought about myself as an artist, as someone who has like artistic ideas and the ability to carry them out. And so the thing is that I think that is what an artist is. A person who has artistic ideas and follows through with them. It's not necessarily like about technical ability, because everybody's style is so different and it depends on what kind of work you want to make. But yeah, it's really more about just making the artwork and making it like in a way that is true to who you are. So this is like the end. It's kind of funny. I just got so far behind and kind of gave up, and then tried to start again and never got it started again. But I think that's fine. Like, it was, for that time, it was what it needed to be. And starting it again, I started even like the following year, I think, tried to do it again, and it just wasn't, you know, it was done. This was what I think was my first commission. This is just like a little print of it. A friend of mine commissioned me to paint this for her sister. And so I think I consider it like my first job as an artist. It was commissioned by a friend, so I didn't charge her very much for the work I did, which is fine, but I did get paid, which was a big deal in my mind. And once again, I can see threads in this piece that I still like, stylistic pieces that I still use today. What am I trying to say? You know what I mean. So like the lettering and the banner and some of the like botanical stuff and the border, like if I did the same piece today, if I tried to illustrate this again today, it would definitely look a lot different. It would look a lot different. However, some of the little pieces of it, it's like I could take those and reposition them into something that would be true to me today, which I do think is so cool because that was very, very early on. I think that was 2012. This is another piece from 2012 when I was just learning watercolor. Somebody took this photograph. It was an Instagram, and I just painted it. I liked the bright colors. And I was just exploring watercolor kind of for the first time back in 2012. And so this is my sketchbook today. It's very rough, and I'm not very good at keeping a sketchbook. I'm trying to get better. So I would say that some of this is like, it's like over the past year. I'm drawing food again. I draw a lot of chairs. So I'm kind of just like, I wanted to kind of give you like a bookend. I showed you the paintings in the beginning of this, but this is more like my sketchy stuff that looks more like that project. And so you can really see that I haven't changed all that much. There's still some cans there. Like my style I feel like it has developed, but I don't know, it still looks kind of similar to what I've been doing for 10 years. So anyway, all that is to just say that keep going, keep drawing, keep working on stuff. Your style is going to come. I am going to share on my blog things that I want to do in the next 10 years. And there is a blog post that goes along with this video that shares more photos of things that I've accomplished in the past 10 years. So I'll leave a link for that below. But thank you for watching, and just thanks for showing up to your work, and I'll see you around. Okay, thanks. Bye.